It was one of the biggest naval deployments in years. For 8 months, HMS Prince of Wales travelled across Europe, the Middle East and Indo-Pacific. But this carrier strike group looked very different from those of the past. CSG25 set sail with fewer Royal Navy escorts than the 2021 Queen Elizabeth deployment. No large supply ships and only half the UK warships. So the UK turned to its allies. Spain, Canada and Norway all stepped in to help form a truly international strike group. From the start, the tempo was high. The strike group powered through the Mediterranean before joining Exe's Med strike in the Ionian Sea. They made a quick stop in Crete and pushed through the Suez Canal less than a month into the trip. The most dangerous moment came next in the Red Sea as Prince of Wales entered the Bab el-Mandeb Straits with Houthi missiles being fired at Israel. The situation prompted a US Arleigh Burke destroyer to join for extra ballistic missile protection. Then came some unexpected drama. In June, an RAF F-35 aircraft made an emergency landing in Kerala in India, a country that buys military kit from Russia. With sensitive tech on board, the jet sat grounded for 5 weeks until a UK team flew in to get it airborne again. CSG25 then moved east, picking up a New Zealand frigate and making a high-profile visit to Singapore, where the Royal Navy has a logistics base. After leaving Singapore, HMS Prince of Wales crossed the equator with the crew taking part in the traditional crossing the line ceremony. North of Australia, the group joined the giant Talisman Sabre exercise, the centrepiece of UK military activity in the region. More than 3,000 British troops took part, as well as RAF F-35s operating out of Guam. Then came a rare moment of Allied air power. The UK carrier operating with Australian destroyer Brisbane, aircraft carrier USS George Washington, plus helicopter carrier USS America and the Japanese carrier JS Kaga in the Pacific. In August, HMS Prince of Wales spent 3 weeks visiting Japan. CSG25 then entered the Sea of Japan, at times operating just 200 miles from Russia's eastern coast. At the same time, HMS Richmond briefly served under a UN flag enforcing sanctions on North Korea. In September, Richmond and American destroyer USS Higgins carried out a Taiwan Strait transit, the UK or CSG asset's third of the summer. Prince of Wales meanwhile pushed south through the South China Sea and back to Singapore. Richmond, winning the Best Port Calls contest, visited Manila and then Vietnam. Back in the Indian Ocean, the strike group visited Mumbai and Goa in India. The carrier's embarked aircraft then trained with India's Air Force, modern F-35s going head-to-head dogfighting with the Indian Flanker and Jaguar aircraft. The whole group, accompanied by the Japanese ship Akebono, then sailed to Duqm in Oman. RFA Tidespring parted company for the final time, heading to Kenya and then South Africa. She won't return to the UK until 2026. The strike group passed through the Suez Canal, stopping at Suda Bay, Crete, before Prince of Wales joined exercise Falcon Strike and then anchored in Naples. The final port of call for CSG25 was Gibraltar, the Royal Navy's key base in the Mediterranean. This was a long and complex deployment, and its aim was to send a message that the UK can still project serious naval power far from home. Do you think lengthy deployments to the Far East are worthwhile? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.